Well, hello there. My name is Christopher Scott, and I serve as a small groups pastor at a local church. And in this video, I want to give you a brief 5-minute introduction to the letter of Philemon. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about 6 basic things: the author of the book, the audience he was writing to, the date the book was written. I'm going to give you an outline, key verse, and a key theme in the book. So let's go ahead and get started. Philemon is an awesome book. It is only one chapter. One simple chapter. It's really short, but it's got a lot of applications in it, and difficult applications of forgiveness and reconciliation. So let's talk about the author of the book. The author of Philemon is the Apostle Paul. We know that from verses 1, 9, and 13. He references himself as Paul, an apostle for preaching the good news. He's a prisoner. He's an old man for preaching the good news. He also writes this letter with Timothy. Timothy is with him. And just to give you an overview, there are 66 books in the Bible, 39 in the Old Testament, 27 in the New Testament. Out of those 27 books in the New Testament, 13 of them are written by Paul. And 5 of those 13 he wrote from prison, and Philemon is one of those 5 that he wrote from prison, okay? The audience that Paul was writing to is the man, Philemon, as well as his sister, probably his wife, Apphia, and a fellow soldier, Archippus, which probably was his son. Okay, these are kind of endearing terms that they used at that time, but also could have been something else. So he writes to Philemon, his wife, his son, and the church that met in their house. Okay, now the text says sister, fellow soldier, but if you read and do a little study, some people will think those were actually his wife and his son that he's writing to, as well as Philemon. That's who the letter was written to. The date the book was written, like I referenced, was when Paul was in prison, so probably 60 to 61 to 62 AD, somewhere in there, 60 to 62 AD, maybe 61 to 62 AD. I really like the Warren Wiersbe commentaries. This one is called Be Faithful. It covers 1st and 2nd Timothy, Titus, and Philemon. And on page 16, Wiersbe has a great paragraph that summarizes Paul's imprisonments and where these letters fall within those imprisonments. So again, probably while Paul was in prison, about 61 to 62 AD, roughly in there. It's really difficult to date, but I would recommend you get this commentary. I'll put a link to it down there below in the description, as well as a link to the Bible study guide if you want to get those on your own. From Amazon. They are affiliate links, so I get a commission if you do buy something, just to let you know. But this is a gem and a great resource, and has further details on the date of Philemon if you want to find that out. Now I want to give you an outline, key verse, and key theme from Philemon, and I'm taking this from Wiersbe's commentary. It's a really good explanation, and some of our church small groups use those commentaries, so I want to come alongside those and use those. So an outline is the first 7 verses are appreciation. Paul expresses his appreciation for Philemon, for the person he is, and the ministry that he is doing. Then verses 8 through 16 is Paul's appeal to Philemon. He's appealing to Philemon to welcome Onesimus back, right? And then verses 17 through 25 are assurance. Paul says, whatever Onesimus owes you, whatever loss he's caused you, I'll pay for it, right? That's the assurance Paul gives him, that he'll be helpful to you. I'll take care of whatever wrongs he's done in the past. A key verse for this book, really key verses, are verses 15 and 16 that summarize that outline. It says, it seems, he's writing to Philemon, Paul says, it seems you, Philemon, lost Onesimus for a little while so that you could have him back forever. He is no longer like a slave to you. He is more than a slave, for he is a beloved brother, especially to me. Now he will mean much more to you, both as a man, as a brother in the Lord. Okay? And the big idea, or the big theme, is a plea to treat the slave Onesimus as a beloved brother in Christ. So that's really the big idea that Paul is trying to tell Philemon. This guy is no longer a slave. He's now a brother, and he can do ministry with you and help you just as he has helped me. So I hope this has been a helpful video for you as you learn a little bit about Philemon and get involved with it. If you want to learn how to take a small group through this study, I got a video that I'll put up there. Also, you can subscribe up there too if you want to get updates on future videos. if you want to learn about other Wiersbe Bible study guides, and find those over there. And then I have some brief other 5-minute introductions to books of the Bible over there. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to catch you again soon in another video.